So, welcome back to episode 19 of Aftermath. It's our D&D campaign that exists sometimes. Hopefully with a little less technical difficulties than it did before. Where we left off last week, the group had found a small village, got their faces melted off, left Ormskirk, the little town from where Jack was from. They went to a festival, had some good times, pissed off a barkeep even more, as they've been doing ever since they arrived. And then Mathias now has no soul. I think that's all the first episode. Yeah. So, we return pretty much just after Mathias has re-entered his body. Matthias's mind entering his body, his soul nowhere to be seen, and just this sort of faint puff of dark smoke, dark clouds, as your patron, as it once was, vanishes into nothingness.
Guys.
Like, wave my hand in front of his face.
Yep, I see that.
How many fingers?
2.
Wait, where'd you feel further than this last time? I thought
It was pretty much like here, I believe.
Yeah.
I thought he at least tried out this beam, etc.
Yeah, he tested out that some of his magic still exists, but most of it
Right,
does not.
indeed.
A little bit of your innate magic and your knowledge does remain. You do remember a lot of what you learnt from your tome as you think on it. I feel like there's a sentence there that I just can't put together. As you think back on it, your knowledge of the book does remain. That knowledge you gained, you still have, but the actual power is no longer there to draw upon. Or at least, there's a little bit of innate power in you, but not much.
One moment, guys. I'm just gonna sit down / fall onto my butt on the side of the road. Get out the strong box. I'm gonna see if the book's still there.
As you open up the strong box, you look inside. It's empty.
Well, that's one less thing to worry about, I suppose. Close the strong box. I don't know about you guys, but like you do with a nap. I took one hell of a beating there. I did, my body did, my soul did, my mind did, whatever. I'm not feeling too good.
What you're trying to say is we did a fantastic job saving you, so you're welcome.
Well, you did exactly what I told you to do, so congratulations on that one.
I mean, a thank you would be nice.
Is Mathias. He doesn't tend to give those out very lightly.
Oh.
Well, I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around what the heck's going on right now.
You're in the middle of
Yes.
thanking us.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
I don't think I have a soul anymore, mate.
I just slowly look over at Pandal. Okay, you didn't trade his soul, right?
No, I think it was when it was like scooped it. That was that bit rather than.
Yeah,
it wasn't
bloody
me.
hand.
That's what I can say. It was
Alright.
not me.
And
I s-
I'll second that. That was not him.
So, Mr. Go Fuck Yourself has taken your abilities, or your magic, or whatever, too.
Or his magic.
Well,
Maybe.
I can perform some magic, if not much. I just snap my fingers, and does prestidigitation still work?
Yeah, some of the innate magic that you still have in yourself, and your knowledge of how to manipulate it, it does still manifest itself, just about.
Yeah. I snap my fingers and a bunch of sparks fly off.
Ah, oh.
Just
I snap my fingers in a giant store. No, never mind.
It does
Not again.
bring up an interesting question, though. What
Well-
is the purpose of the soul? I just shake my head. I don't want to think we shouldn't.
I honestly don't know, but it's kind of depressing to think I don't have one.
I mean, you're free of Mr. Go Fuck Yourself, so hey. Forgive me, I've started just calling him that in my mind, and the more I've said it, the more I've realized, yeah, that's what I want to call him.
I just refer to the bastard as a demon.
Mr. Go Fuck Yourself is just a little bit more appealing to the tongue. Besides, I need to start making jokes again lest I start going insane. Or make a deal, I say just like
Oh.
glancing over at Pandal.
Oh
Roll
boy,
my-
I'm looking forward to it. Either way, you guys want to walk on, or do you mind if we take a break here? I could try to resummon the book. That takes an hour.
How about no? I say.
Yeah,
let's
that seems to be a
leave
bad
it.
idea.
How about that's literally all the power I know and have, and that's the
Well-
only way I know to fix this.
Well, congratulations. Welcome
Well,
to the world of mortals.
Go. Can't you learn new powers from the library? Like casts from scrolls? Is that, by the way, is that how wizard works,
I-
right?
Don't know if I can
Yeah.
go from skulls right now.
I mean, I could teach you to play music. It doesn't work for most people, but maybe, who knows? It's worth a shot.
You can teach how to use guns.
Do you see that tree, Pandal?
I see that particular tree, yes. Looks lovely.
Well, I think it's fucking stumpy.
Fuck you.
No, no, I do that against a tree, mate.
Oh no, I feel offended because you called me stumpy. It's equally upon you.
Um,
As you say that, you sort of look over the tree. Is a tree.
By the way,
yeah,
is
does it
this
take
Mathias'
some
soul
psychic
and
damage?
this Pandal's soul? But who's this soul?
Yours.
You can't
Crap.
see any difference in the tree.
I mean, you really showed it. I don't know.
Shit.
I think insults are more Pandal's area of expertise.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
At least he's not short on insults.
Right. Either way, does anyone mind
Wakili
taking
just
a break
looks
here?
over at Akane and
We
just
give
goes,
Akane some
"I'm
finger
s-
guns.
I'm so proud of you.
Ah.
Either
Just
way, perhaps. So you want to set up camp? This does seem like a fairly okay place to do so.
I mean, we've got plenty of time to walk. I just need a break because I am sore.
I mean,
Hell
I can
sore.
fix you up if you really want, but like, I'd rather not travel during night. So
Hmm.
Honestly, I'd rather just take a nap instead.
I mean, we do have
If you
some
just lost your soul, I would think an appropriate response would be to freaking the hell out. So, I think sitting down and taking a good long rest today and maybe letting some of this walking time of ours dissipate is not an unsound decision.
We don't have to sleep for the whole night. It's like midday. We've got
I
plenty of
said
time
sit
to
down
walk
for a
left.
few hours, and I didn't say just completely end it here.
I mean, yeah. Taking a break won't be the worst idea.
No. If you'd excuse... fuck it. This tree will do. I'm just gonna slump down against the tree.
Okay. So, you slump down against the tree, you begin to sort of rest your head.
What does the ritual to return the book to me? What does that encapsulate?
No, bad Mathias.
Because I can do that on a short rest. That takes 1 hour.
It's a ritual like any other. It takes a lot of, right, there's a bit of chanting, a little bit of sort of
Alright.
drawing scribbles on the go. You can
Fuck it,
do
not
it
doing
kind of.
that right now. Might do it tonight.
It would be ironic if you need a book for that.
You don't.
I know. It would be ironic.
Nah, I'll do that in the evening, not now. Fuck that. I just want hit dice, really.
Okay. So, you guys all take some time to rest, I suppose?
Yeah.
Sure.
That sounds like a good idea.
Matthias, as much as you lie there attempting to sleep, you find that you're unable to rest very easily. And sleep does not come to you.
Joy!
This is just a short rest, right?
Do we
It's
notice it?
just a short rest. Hey, you see Matthias lying there, you don't, sort of resting.
Sometimes eyes closed, sometimes eyes open.
So, yeah, go ahead and roll your hit die.
He's developed insomnia.
Hey, Pandal, remember you have Song of Rest, right?
I do. It's still a d6, I believe.
It's your inspiration die.
It's not actually, it's lower.
What
Time
I,
of rest is one best lower.
12 HP, fucking
You're
worth.
welcome.
13 HP, fucking.
Rest is upgraded at level 10 next.
Ooh.
Oh wait, isn't that supposed to be? Oh god, I have a weird ass character sheet right now. You know what? Fuck it, I'll take it.
there should be a toggle soul button.
No, so.
So, you rest for just an hour, or how long do you intend to rest for?
An hour.
Alright,
Yes, yeah.
it's around...
Wakili, can Wakili just grab a tree branch off a tree and just like make it flower and bloom, and then hand it over to Akane and be like, "Here, maybe this will look nice in your hair or something."
Ah, thank you, Akili. It's very nice.
As you said, now
Put it in my hair or whatever, yeah.
Sure.
as this flower giving is happening, I will walk up to both of them. Be like, so people have made deals with demons in this group?
I didn't.
Mathias apparently. Well, the demon thought he did. Mathias thinks he didn't, and that's. I just point over to where he's resting. That's the outcome of the matter, from what I can understand.
Yeah, and then Pandal made the same deal?
He made a similar deal of some nature. You do know why he's adventuring?
No, I really don't know why any of you are venturing. But
Well, he's looking into a spell to resurrect someone.
no, that's. Ah, okay, yeah. That's why I want to talk. Yep. Why are you two adventuring? If I may ask. You know my reason.
Well, kinda because, well, I'm a student, I point over Mathias, and at the University of Khoria, and also some family matters from the past. God, I haven't brought that up in ages.
Jack's head just kind of tilts, like, okay, that's interesting.
What do you mean?
Yeah, just
No, that's
interesting.
just how his head tilts.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
just interested in.
Can I in? Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it's just like he's curious about like that you're a student of a person that just got his soul sucked out of him. That seems there should be more story behind it. Did you have the laser rifle, the rifle thing with you? Yes, that.
yeah, I have that thing. Wanna
could I
see it?
Yeah, can I see it for a little bit?
Oh, I'll take it out of my what is it called again? Bag of holding. There.
It's,
No.
knowing guns a little better than the rest of them, it does definitely appear to be some kind of rifle, although instead of a barrel there's these two forks of this whitish, like quite light but whitish metal, which most of it does appear to be made of, with a soft cushioned sort of stock, although you don't recognise the material. It feels almost like leather, but not quite. The inside of the two sort of forks have runes and all sorts of inscribings down them, very intricately carved. It could take you a lifetime to figure out what even half of them meant, just by the sheer number alone.
Looking over at Akane. Could I try it out for a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
I'll just try it on a rock or something.
Mhm.
Just fire it, see what happens. Try to understand it
Try
more.
this rock. Oh no, never mind. That's Mathias.
Oh, yeah, it's just
Hard to see without a soul.
Isn't That's good. It is. Okay. So it's dex based. Proficiency would be firearms, so you would be proficient with it. Range 120 feet, one target. So go ahead and make an attack like you would for one of your guns, I guess.
yeah, I'll just roll my rifle.
Sure. 26. Yeah. The beam on it fires similar to some of the other beam-like weapons that you've seen Mathias uses with his Eldritch Blast, or the other sort of creatures that you encountered, not creatures, the metallic entity things, whatever they're called, constructs, that
Floaty
you've
boys.
encountered.
Floaty boys, yeah.
The floaty boys. It fires in a dead straight line as you sort of line it up, pull the trigger. This roiling blue bolt of energy with a sort of trail behind it sort of lances out, smashing into the side of the rock. Go ahead and roll 1d6 plus... Oh, 2d6.
Yeah, I just, yeah. I also want to just look at how, if it's me, like how it works, and kind of see if I can replicate it as well. Kind of if I could roll intelligence or wisdom.
Sure. So the rock you hit with it does appear to melt a little bit, but you see this... there's this sort of electrical bolt that follows in the trail of the beam, and you see that sort of crackling and smacking into the rock and the things, sort of the ground around it, which looks to be a little bit more serious. Yeah, go ahead and roll, I guess, Tinker's Tools, Intelligence, or something like that to...
Wouldn't it be wisdom?
Intelligence to sort of figure out how it works and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Tinkering tools, intelligence. Well, I have advantage on it, but yeah,
No,
I
unfortunately
probably
you don't.
don't.
So that's a 10. It's pretty complicated. It's one of those things you think you'd be able to. You have no idea quite how it works now, but if you give it enough time, enough effort, with the right materials and the right testing, you could definitely try.
Yeah.
But you don't know currently.
Again, would you mind if I use it in upcoming battles and stuff like that? Or do you wanna?
Sure, I guess. I've no real use for guns.
No, you
Just them either.
There you
Yeah.
go. You should be able to see it now.
Yeah, I see it.
Nice.
Well, I think I will give it back to when we are in as dangerous situation as we are.
Okay.
No, add it to my stuff.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'll spend like most of the time just looking at it and trying to understand it.
Sure. So is there anything else? Anything anyone else really wants to do? During the rest?
Before the end of the long rest, and the short rest rather, I'd like to try and summon Lavender.
Lavender.
Down.
Violet. Fucking hell. Sorry.
Lavender.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. You can... oh, actually, yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
At least I am good at that.
25. Okay. You do manage to summon Lavender, Violet, and there's the small sort of fairy dragon-like creature sort of pops into existence sort of next to you, looks at you with a bit of a huff, and refuses to look in your direction.
Hey. Sorry it's been a while. Just didn't want you to get involved with the Soul Stealer, really. So what have you been up to?
I've been waiting on you.
sorry, lass.
She just sort of grumbles at you, but
Do you notice anything different about me?
yeah,
Classic.
she looks over for the first time, and I'm gonna have to check if she has a thing that I think she has. NPCs, Violet. Character trait. Pop it out, goddammit. Character sheet. Oh, no, she doesn't. She just sort of looks you up and down. Nope. Nothing.
Thanks, guess that's something. Well, I don't think I have a soul anymore. Thought you should know that.
They're not real anyway.
What?
They're not real anyway. Doesn't matter. It's all works fiction. Books and things like that. You know about books, right? Right? Yeah, you know about books.
Yeah, I know about book. You know about my book?
No? What book?
What do you mean you don't know about my book? The one
No
I
idea
got
what you mean.
spells from.
No, you don't.
Well, not anymore I don't, but I used to.
She sort of pauses to think for a minute. No? What are you on about?
You've seen the book.
No, I haven't. What book?
The black one.
What book? Show me the book.
What the heck? Well, it's gone.
So, a magical book that you cast spells from, but you don't have it because it's gone. I definitely
Yeah,
believe
'cause-
you. Absolutely,
Because
yep.
whoever owns the damn thing thought it was time to recollect it, because I wasn't playing his puppet.
Oh, so it's not your book. So you stole the book.
It's the
I'm
one
gonna
I
think this
took
book
from the
doesn't exist.
crypt. You know this.
No, I don't. What book? What are you on about? Stop making things up.
Akane.
Starts walking off
Akane, where are you headed?
very slowly because she's got very little legs. Starts making her way through the grass, sort of away from you.
Lavender,
Do
where
we
are
see
you
this
headed?
conversation happening?
It's Violet.
Violet, where are you headed? God damn
You
it.
would see. Actually, Mathias, you saying this out loud?
Violet, where are you headed? Yeah.
No, okay, the entire conversation. You saying the entire conversation out loud?
Yeah, pretty much.
Then you would hear Mathias's half of the conversation.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you don't get a response. And Mathias just keeps walking off, slowly wading through
Hey,
the chest-high grass.
lass. If this is goodbye, at least tell me.
She finds like
Oh, yeah,
a
lad.
nearby rock, sort of curls herself up on it, and just starts snoring. Clearly ignoring you.
God. As you do.
What's gotten her so upset?
First time she's been here in a while.
Oh. Yeah,
Kinda
that would
want-
be kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Didn't want her to get involved with the, you know.
Well, I imagine she follows you around because she thinks you're a friend or something like that. You usually need to tell your friends about this sort of stuff.
She's my familiar. I wouldn't want the asshole, you know,
Lock.
to lay claim to her. The demon, Mr. Go Fuck Yourself, whatever you want to call him.
Mr. Go fuck yourself. And, I don't
It's
think...
so long.
Yes, but it feels so satisfying to say.
I guess it rolls out of a beak different than it does out of a mouth.
Mr. GVYS.
No, you need to say the
GFYS.
full Mr. Go fuck yourself, just to remind him to go fuck himself. Seriously, I mean, if it wasn't for the fact Pandal made a deal with him, I would have thought Pandal would have come up with something far longer and extravagant.
Oh, she's playing the fruit briefly. But like, I mean, I can if you really want me to, but I have to workshop it first. Okay.
There's just a, like, the playful grin that's kind of on Achilles' face just fades for a moment as he glances over at you.
Oh, don't give me that.
I'll give you this all I want. You have made possibly one of the stupidest decisions I have ever heard of.
Clearly, you're coming from a different cost-benefit analysis angle than I am. Okay?
Normally, dealing with entities that literally drain the magic of this world to survive tends to sound like a good type of entity to say, go fuck yourself with, too.
Also, gonna go
Oh
before
no, it doesn't.
a dark dragon.
Yeah.
Okay?
Can I,
That's
like,
not a thing on my list.
Can I like minor illusion a in front of Pandal a like contract signed with his name, like to promise someone's soul?
Absolutely.
And I will prestidigitation a small fire effect over that minor illusion.
Careful, he'll come for your soul then, won't he? And then you'll end up like Mathias over there. But this time it will be your fault.
That's fine, that'll be my fault then. It's all good.
You're really intent on getting her back, aren't you?
No, Wakili, I was just doing this for kicks. Yes, I am.
I mean, if you were doing it for kicks, you're doing it kind of wrong. After all, you're not kicking, you're sitting.
That's
Well,
true.
he's very much living on the edge, making deals with entities, promising your soul away.
Mr. Go Fuck Yourself included.
What was the one he was referring to?
I know, but he didn't say the name, and I felt obligated to do so to remind everyone that he needs to go fuck himself.
Okay, that's wonderful.
I mean, signing away you or someone else soul isn't a tiny mistake.
Fair enough.
No, that sounds like something some thought goes into, you know?
Yeah.
Some conscious decision making. Either way, I think I'm going to start walking.
Alright, but
I think Violet might disagree, but with a bit of luck she won't notice.
maybe, hey, maybe Akane can find something in that temple of hers if if the star sort of thing seems to be something about the moon or whatnot and all that sort of hubbubaloo and the dragons and I just like wave my hands at this point. Maybe there's something in there that can go against the shadow plane. After all, it sounds like the two of them don't exactly get along.
Well, I'm down for going to find out.
Maybe there's something there we can use to help us get your soul back, and maybe to go tell Mr. Go Fuck himself to leave Pandal alone.
I mean, I don't-
Oh, he's not gonna do that, and Mathias is just gonna stand up stretching. By the way, I didn't sleep for shit. I heard everything you guys were on about.
You heard my
I mean,
beautiful music. I'm so happy.
Yeah, it was fantastic, Pandal. As I walk over to pick up Violet, does Akane have a hood in her, on her clothes or whatever?
A hood.
Just any hood, yeah, on a jacket, ropes, whatever, a hood.
Let me see. I don't think so.
It's up to you. You're wearing sort of like robes.
I
right?
mean,
So,
hmm?
yeah, you're wearing robes, so you can if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm still wearing fine clothes, and I got common clothes in my bag of holding probably, or other way around.
It's if you want to be wearing a hood, you are wearing a hood. If you're not, you don't, because you got these tailors.
Doesn't
So
have to be up.
Yeah,
it'd be to your discretion.
maybe like just a hood or something. Yeah, whatever.
I'll pick up Violet and deposit her in Akane's hood.
What are you doing? What are you? Hey, hey! Oh.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm going for a walk.
Violet
Frankly,
climbs out of
leaving
your
this
hood,
place.
onto Akane's shoulders, and then you'll sort of take off, fly over onto your shoulder, and just sit there.
I can't say I'm not pleasantly surprised by that.
Just don't leave me in the darkness again. It's mean.
I'm sorry.
Mm.
so
Start walking.
I assume.
yes, Master. We need to remember to get him a whip at the next town. I say, just looking over at Jack.
Oh god, that'd be horrifying.
Lord knows he would use it.
It's funny you think
Yeah.
Mathias has the strength to use a whip.
Now you just need Dex for that. Either way,
Sounds like you got
along the way-
experience.
somewhere along the way, the flask is being brought out for Mathias to take a sip from it.
Okay. As you take a sip, you don't really taste anything.
What? I'll take a second sip.
One minute.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh. Don't pick up the phone.
7 days.
My apologies. It was a phone call, but it's not important.
Joy,
Oh yeah, fucking great reference. Well,
so you've been called to
Thanks,
work,
man.
but you're gonna ignore it.
No, that was just one of those automated ones.
Joy.
automated call to get to work.
No comment. So, yeah, probably. Yes, you don't really taste anything from the alcohol. Seems pretty plain. Like you
Hey,
taste
does
it, but
anyone
it's
want to
really
try
dull.
this? This is supposed to be a good whiskey.
Sure,
Yeah, I'll pass it to Akane.
I'll take a sip for it.
Yeah, it's a fine whiskey.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Strong stuff. Hand it back to him.
I don't taste anything.
You don't think
the
maybe
heck?
that has
Tastes fine
something
to
to
me.
do with the no soul thing?
I mean, well, this sucks.
Really? That's surprising.
It's almost like.
Well, I guess.
Well, at the very
Pandal was
least,
something for you,
you don't
be
have to
prepared
worry
for.
about Mr. So, plan still same as always. Go to Akane's weird library
Yeah.
temple thingy, grab shit, head to Khoria,
Possibly.
get things
Khoria,
settled
yeah.
there, and then go to that other place.
Yep.
Yeah, east. So I believe the plan.
hmm
So, it's
I mean,
about-
I still haven't even associated if I'm still sticking with you guys after all this shit, but sure.
Hey,
It's
well,
about
like-
you
5
totally
in the
should.
evening at this time.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose we'll just get the full 24 miles in,
I mean,
All right.
and then set up camp.
So you walk for another another few hours, not particularly too long, before the sun begins to dip below the horizon. You're beginning to leave the foothills of the big mountains behind you. You're definitely out of the mountain area and you're sort of into a more hilly area, and you think you're beginning to reach the edge of that by the time it looks like a good idea to set up camp.
Will do.
The roads here are pretty limited, if they do exist, and most of them, so especially the one we're sort of following, it kind of looks like it was a thing a very long time ago, and is almost never travelled, or is just overgrown now,
Sounds like Belgium.
basically.
I heard you.
Off to the left, you can still see these the huge rails of Khoria, because they're still, yeah, they would still be somewhat suspended in the air, and they're coming down towards the ground now. They're not that high up, but they are sloping down as they come. So,
Sure.
you set up camp for the night in sort of pretty secluded area. It's mostly open all around here, lots of sort of plain grasslands, and there's a few sort of streams, that kind of stuff. You find one, you set up camp next to it. You guys sort of setting watches or anything like that?
Yeah, I guess. I can take first.
I'll take second then.
I'm on third.
I'll take out some rations.
Sure, I'll take fourth. Why not?
Hey, Yargon, can I roll perception at advantage? Yeah, like the first value is just for normal, and then like perception is for like hearing if
Yeah, sure.
applicable. I guess that's the way to say it.
Applicable.
Applicable, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, 21 in both cases. Yeah, there's a few sort of wild animals around. Some creatures that they do stay away from the camp. They don't seem to want to get too close, but they pay a little bit mind and then move on mostly. It's a pretty quiet night from the look of it.
Okay.
Mathias, you find yourself unable to sleep.
Joy! He's gonna be trying till his watch comes. If failed, and just get out of I think Matthias has a tent. Never mind, I think not.
Yeah, I don't think any of you have tents.
Get out of the bedroll. I should have bought some really.
I think we should get
And
tents.
they can watch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
Right. I'll
17.
just tell Akane, and hey, just so you know, I didn't sleep for shit.
Ah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just can't, you know.
With a 17,
Bad nights.
everything seems pretty quiet. You don't notice anything at all. You hear a few creatures, but you don't see anything.
That's fine.
Who's up next? Wakili, you're up next, right?
Yep, I get up. Oh, Mathias, are you not sleeping good for some
No.
reason?
Was my watch.
Well then, yeah. Good night then, I say as I go and just take watch.
Thanks. Don't fall asleep, buddy. I'm getting back in my bedroll for the records.
Do you have advantage? I don't think you do.
I don't know why that rolled out twice, I just hit it once.
I think we should
Or
take
at least at least on my end, I'm pretty certain I hit it once.
Yeah, it's just probably a bug.
Yeah.
22. Yeah. You see a few creatures that pay you a little bit of mind. You hear just the sound of the night. What creatures there are that stalk at night, but you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary, anything interesting. Mathias, you're attempting to sleep, yeah?
Attempting to, yeah.
Who's on next watch?
It's
I
me.
think... Who was?
Jack.
Jack? Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception there, Jack. 18, yeah. As the wee hours of the morning come around, you hear a few creatures, you don't see anything. It appears to have been an uneventful night. Completely calm, silent. Well, not silent, calm.
At the end of it, I'm gonna start making breakfast.
Aw, how nice of you.
Just for
For
himself.
himself.
I mean, like it's like just a giant pot of like a stew type thing.
Shroom
Porridge.
stew.
Yeah, porridge basically.
Please, sir, may I have some more, sir?
I'm just gonna wake up everyone else at the end of it.
I'm already awake.
Oh, it is
Okay, then.
already.
Did you sleep anything?
No.
You could have taken all the watches. Jesus.
I tried. Would have loved to. I feel like shit. And I start getting out of the bedroll.
I apologise for the road noise.
Well, what time night present? Get some breakfast and then.
Yep.
Okay. Matthias,
Oh boy.
go ahead and roll me a percentile die.
Before the long rest, I had 27 out of 58 HP. Just FYI.
I know. And I will not tell you your DCs because you do not know them. Yeah? Nothing happens. You don't feel as tired in the morning. Wait, no,
We're not playing Dark Heresy here, mate. That was a bloody low roll.
Yes, sorry, I have this backwards in my head. Yeah, your hit point maximum is permanently reduced by 1. Please note down your maximum hit points in your notes, currently as it stands, and note down that you are permanently reduced by 1 maximum hit point.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Do I at least get to maximum HP after the long rest?
Oh, absolutely. You still feel the full effect of a long rest. You just completely unable to sleep no matter what you try, and you don't actually feel like you haven't slept. You still feel rested.
I love this epic
It
music on
feels
our side while
weird.
Mathias, well, not even wakes up, but just gets out of bed.
Yeah, you guys have the same playlist on that I do normally. So, you wake to the morning.
I guess we eat and set off.
Go ahead and roll me some. Actually, no. What's everyone's passive perception?
16.
17.
22.
Lower than everyone else's.
22. Okay, then Jack, you will definitely notice this, and no one else will. You notice a set of footprints by the camp.
20. Wait, how do you have 22 passive perception, dude?
Observant.
Ah,
Mm.
useful.
There's a feat for that.
Yeah. Because I'm a human fighter and I'm shit on my feet, so I can use them on just. Yeah.
Yep.
Turn like dollar bills. I just like. Does it seem like. One of ours?
It doesn't look like one of yours. You sort of look over at the rest of the group. They appear to be leading away, although there's no set of footprints leading to the camp.
Mm-hmm.
They appear like they're wearing some kind of boot, leather boot by the look of it, but appear relatively small. Can't tell much else.
So it's not Sauriv, gotcha.
I just kind of like look over it. So be like, did someone was here yesterday?
That was us.
It's
That would
kind
be all
of
of us.
pointing at the footprints. Yeah, but they don't look like yours.
Can I roll an invest or something? This, what would I roll for this?
Okay,
Like,
who took his shit last night?
Yeah. Or who fucked up their
Wait.
watch? Who fell asleep?
No one did.
Especially not Mathias.
No, especially not me. But none of you lost fell asleep.
I put
And
my
none of you
foot.
lot went to take a shit.
What would we need to track it down to kind of see what this type of track this is? So.
It'd be survival
So-
to trace them.
Sauriv, are you any good at tracking?
Let me check.
I'm decent at tracking. I'm decent at tracking. I have survival 6.
Cool.
Mm.
I'm
I'm
alright.
okay, I'm not proficient in it, but
18 to track.
Yeah, you can follow the footsteps relatively well, even through the quite thick long grass. Sauriv seems a little bit out of his game at the moment. He's got a lot on his mind, by the look of him.
which
Give him like a
direction is
cold
this
compress
headed?
on his forehead. I'll make sure he's alright.
He looks
Which direction are
confused.
these footprints headed?
They are headed north, roughly. Not quite, but roughly north.
Hmm.
It's somewhat
That's
the way
good
you're going.
enough.
You follow them for about 10 minutes with Keeley. It's about 200 or 300 feet. And then they just sort of slowly peter out. The footsteps begin getting lighter and lighter and slowly disappear.
Like lighter as in like they weren't making them, or lighter as in like, you know, passage of time. You're not gonna have them around forever.
Not that, it's you're seeing them in like mud and in that kind of stuff, and they're just not as indented until the point where you just can't tell that there's been anyone step there.
Okay, so it's not like naturally going away.
Not unless they were being lifted up very slowly.
That's what I was thinking. I just like follow them and go.
Just lost
So,
weight along the trip.
Doesn't seem like we had an animal visitor, nor a standard human visitor for that matter.
Oh, why is that?
Well, if you look at these tracks here, they're just kind of disappearing.
Hmm.
They're not really
The
like,
hell?
yeah, either magic's afoot, or they slowly, and I mean slowly, got lifted into the air by something.
Foot like
Pun
it.
unintended.
Can I like check all my shit? Do I still have all my shit?
Roll
No one-
investigation.
No one's bamboozled me.
Yeah, your
Oh,
leather
yeah,
boots are still
that's a
there.
good one.
Bag of holding is being checked first, by the way.
From Pandal, it takes you a little while as you start going through everything you own, but you think you've got everything.
Do I still have my scarf around my neck?
Yes.
Do I
Yeah,
still
do
have
I
a
still
weapon?
have
Then I am fine.
do I still have a bag of holding on my person?
You do.
Then I'll investigate the rest.
Roll investigation.
Is the heart of the Dark Dragon still in the bag? I assume it is, right?
Yes. It
Good.
takes a little bit less time than Pandal, as Pandal has to get a Heart of a Dark Dragon out and then figure out a way to put it back in. But yes, you do appear to have everything, Mathias.
Cool. Then, do you mind if I roll an Arcana to see if I know of any magical effect that could do this?
Sure, go ahead.
Ooh.
21. There are some spells and a few different magic items or that you've heard of that might do something similar to this. They tend to more cover up tracks and make it so it wasn't there, so it does look a bit odd, but there are spells, like kind of Lightfoot type spells, that might do something
Plasma
similar to
trace.
this.
Okay.
Something like
and are
that,
those
maybe.
are those powerful spells? Are those common spells?
It's hard to say. They tend to be used by a certain type of person, and that certain type of
Right.
person tends to be very powerful, but you don't think the magic itself is that powerful.
Okay. Well, guys, keep your head on a swivel. We might have someone on our hands here.
Well, the concerning part for me is, why did he use the magic to make his footsteps disappear when he got away from the camp? Why didn't they use this magical ability to keep his footsteps from appearing at the camp?
Yeah.
I look around for fucking ambushes.
Roll and perception, I suppose.
On the note of head swivels, Wakili, can your head go like all the way around, or is that?
I also like.
That's an owl.
Oh, sorry, I don't know. Birds.
I also
Um,
just roll for some.
go for it. Neither of you see anything.
Right. Wakili, you raise a good point. I think it's time we get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I stand
Let's
up.
go.
Yeah.
And I'll let someone else lead the way towards the Kitsu temple thingy.
So, march
Okay, then.
onwards.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds good. Definitely a little bit more on edge after knowing that somebody with some magical abilities following us.
Possibly.
You slowly make your way onwards. The day passes mostly uneventfully up to lunchtime and then somewhat beyond. After about 2 or 3 hours walking after lunchtime, you've managed to make your way onto sort of the remnants of this road that appears to be somewhat following the tracks. And for now it's going roughly north. And it's a bit easier going than the sort of grassy fields. It does appear that it's had some travel recently, but it's clearly not much. It appears to be pretty unkempt. As you continue to follow the road, you eventually come across a pair of figures just sort of standing in the middle of the road, watching as you approach. You sort of round a bend from behind sort of a small stand of trees, and you see what appears to be an elven woman by the look. You can't really tell that much. In some kind of flowing white dress, pure white hair, white, like snow white skin, like actually white skin.
It's a ghost.
And you see what appears to be a pretty stocky looking dwarf next to her. They just stand and watch as you approach.
As we approach, I'm just gonna like, kind of just lean my hand on my revolver, my pistol. Just kind of like as casual as you can make it. Look.
I'll just raise my hand in a greeting. Hello, travelers.
No response?
One's a dwarf. What was the other one again?
Appears to be some form of elven woman,
Oh,
although in the white colours that you've never seen an elf before. Actually pure white skin. As you approach, it appears that even her eyes are a very pale blue.
Can I roll a perception to like get a better look from some distance or something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Can I roll if they have any weapons or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Great roll.
Jack, the dwarf appears to be armed to the teeth. He's got, you see 2, maybe 3 dagger hilts sticking out of his belt. You see what appears to be a warhammer,
Vesztel?
perhaps even a battle axe, strung across his back, sort of crossed. And he appears to be very heavily armed. The elven lady is carrying a small book that is also white.
I shake
I got
my
this, like-
shoulder to ensure Violet is awake.
Or is it like,
Violet is not there.
they seem, the dwarf is up there. They may.
Where the heck?
Elf seems to be a magic user of some kind.
She was there last you seen. She's not there right now.
Guys, something's up.
I mean, I was kind of thinking that because of the armory and Snow White over there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a dwarf.
who's Snow White?
She's the one who's like basically like snow. You've seen snow, right? You know what
Like a
snow
snow.
is?
Yeah, but you made it sound
at-
like you were
Look, you
referencing
look
something.
at her.
Look,
You
I'm
know,
good at coming up with nicknames like this. Okay,
It's a woman who's privileged as fuck.
Stop yourself. We're not getting political.
No.
We have one rule in this server. No critical. Even though we break it constantly, but I mean,
Look,
We're
that's
not in General 2. It's fine.
Game channel.
Join the Stars and Lasers Discord server.
A lot
You
of
can
fun.
hate us as much as we do.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's actually the Angel Dice Discord.
It is.
AngelDice.gg.
No, discord.gg/angeldice. But anyway,
Oh, that's how it goes.
Close enough.
Either way.
well, after that pandering, let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
damn it. Paul.
So, plan of action?
Can I hold an action till hostile
Uh,
activities?
Try to talk to them, see
Yeah.
if they do
Try to
aggressive
talk
after
to
you
them.
we killed them.
But with the inevitability that this is definitely going to get us killed, I think it's
What,
probably the best.
what action are you
Yeah.
holding there, Rick?
I don't know, just like attack action or something. Till hostile
Okay.
activities. whatever.
Please note, technically speaking, if you hold a spell, you actually cast the spell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm,
Then
I don't.
Yeah, it's really stupid like that.
Mhm.
For this, I will say, this kind of stuff, you can basically hold casting the spell instead of
Okay.
hold using the spell, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Sure.
It's more prepare than... anyway.
Yeah, we're getting
Yeah.
prepped for battle.
You walk up to them somewhat cautiously. The
Yeah.
two
I'll
simply
take
watch.
the lead.
I'll be right behind.
The guy without the soul takes the lead. Okay.
Yeah, because if I die, I'm already halved it anyway.
Fair
It's
point.
like less to lose.
Go ahead.
Plus it's Mathias, so it's like, not losing a pretty face.
I mean, he is a better talker than most of us.
I'll
And
assume
of a-
you excluded me from that.
And of a greater
Oh.
stature than yourself,
I said
Pandal.
most of us, I didn't say all of us.
I will look up to Mathias and flip him off. With my extra 4 inches of height.
And still he can't satisfy the ladies.
Says
Yep.
Akane.
I have a wife. Fuck you.
had a wife.
Okay, don't rub it in. now. Be out of this situation, Makili. None of that.
This is roasting zombie.
That was a
I
Mac.
think.
That wasn't Wakili.
You don't
Oh,
want to witness the power of the cube, no?
Yes. See my fucking cube.
Don't wanna.
Anyway, I'm gonna
After
go
all,
up
the
these...
last thing we want to do is make short work of his love life.
Hey.
So you
And it might make him grow. as a human being.
you approach them.
Yes.
Yes, they watch you approach.
Unfortunately.
They just watch as you approach.
Hello, friends.
Hello there. The woman speaks.
Oh, okay. Oh, we were worried you couldn't talk. Hi. What brings you this direction? There's not much here.
Go ahead and just roll me up. Everyone just roll intelligence checks for memory. I cheat,
Okay.
not Jack.
Flat intel.
Yes.
Hey.
Rip.
Oh my god, you're all idiots.
Oh,
No,
so
I'm not.
I can...
No, but 6, 4. 15,
17.
Okay, and who are we missing? We're not missing. Oh, and Sauriv.
You said not Jack.
The brains of the group.
Watch him roll on that 20. Please.
Brains.
Okay, good. Brains rolls.
It's
Two.
higher
Fire
than
at
me.
and
Fuck.
Pandal.
Matthias, Wakili, you recognise the necklace that the woman is wearing, which also appears to be very white. This is the one Nodshake stole.
Oh.
Hang on. Not Chase?
She nods.
Wait, what? Who?
Can I
She?
insight check that? Is she actually nudging?
I'm gonna go for it.
Natural 1.
You have no idea.
Let me try it.
Unfamiliar face is difficult to read, Pandal, but Akane, that does appear to be a genuine recollection. You see almost a smile and recognition in the eyes at that. Almost.
Who?
You joking?
How does...
No?
I'll just get closer to go shake hands, I suppose.
She'll shake your hand, a little slightly confused looking.
You've no idea how glad I am to see you.
I can imagine.
Who are you, good sir?
Name's Larkin. He sort of sticks out a big meaty paw in your direction. Nice to meet you.
I'm Mathias, and I'll shake it.
Yeah, he nearly tears your arm off with strength that is unbefitting to a dwarf, by which I mean he is not a strong man. But he's sure putting everything he's got into a handshake to try and... It's quite obvious he is not a strong man, and he is pretending he is.
I tried to carefully shake his hand.
Yeah, he doesn't attempt to rip your arm off.
Thank God.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Mathias, and...
I'm Akane.
Nice to meet you, Akane. What can we do for you?
How do you spell his name?
Larkin.
Larken?
Kin. K-I-N.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not chicks. I like what you've done with your eyes. There's less of them. Surely that's less useful?
Difficult to see a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not used to this
How does
Where have you been?
field of vision. I've been places. I've kept an eye on you.
Oh,
Who are you exactly, if you don't mind me asking?
I am not Shakes.
I figured that much, but I mean,
Okay.
you're clearly not. Oh, clearly you're quite special in a good way.
Gives you that
I
sort
bet
of...
you have a.
Call it the side eye.
yeah. Which is weird,
I
because she
bet
turns her
you
head
have a
far too
different
far
name than
and then
that.
realises she can't see you. She's used to having like 6 eyes.
Yes.
It's gonna take some getting used to.
I bet you have a different name.
I do.
This
Still
is
not gonna
good
tell
one.
us?
Going.
No.
So
So
you
difficult.
two have been keeping an eye on us?
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
How much of an eye?
Oh, well, I know everything that's happened. Larkin here, not so much.
Alright then. Choi.
Where do you two know each other from then?
Khoria.
Okay,
Larkin
just
sort of
confused.
looks at Nod, shakes, rolls his eyes. No, we didn't. We met in Vornador. She pauses, thinking.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. It's the...
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's the
west.
Dwarven
Yeah, I
city.
saw. Yeah.
It's the city that's effectively the Dwarven city, if ever one was one.
If you don't mind me prying, how long ago did you two meet?
Not that long, so a couple of days.
You travel
Hold on.
fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're holding.
Yep,
Go-
still holding, Mathias. What's...
Yeah, you travel fast. How did you get here that quickly?
That took you a bit
I mean-
long to stay.
He sticks out one leg, points at him. Well, I've got big legs, don't I?
No, chicks can also fly.
There's also that.
Yeah, that seems like I think I really should have thought about before I asked the question.
That quickly? Aren't we like a couple of 100 miles away from there?
I just
Yeah.
like look
Only a
over at
couple,
him and say,
500 or so.
"You literally just lost your soul yesterday
Why are you bringing that up again? Oh,
because
look,
we
mate,
have been experiencing weird magical juju out the wazoo lately."
Choo-choo.
Yeah, and I know how we all traveled over 100 miles in a moment,
Teleportation.
pretty much. Yeah.
Then I just point at Nodshakes. Do you not think she would be able to do that?
You know, it's rude to point.
Sorry, Nodshakes.
Well,
I say.
That's why I'm asking you, not Shakes. I'm curious as to how you managed that. Wakili, that's why I'm asking. I'm curious as to how exactly they managed that.
Okay, jeez.
It's got big legs, doesn't he?
I'm just confused.
Yeah, me too.
For yourself.
We walked.
You must have taken a shortcut.
Oh, of course.
Teleportation, portal.
Not really. It's closer.
Weird mask ceremony. I don't know what's the.
She nods.
Yeah, see that? What was that about? That really bugged me. The whole
Oh,
thing.
wait, what?
Those are...
You weren't there?
Oh, I was there, yes.
How would we not know? She would have been in a mask, wouldn't she? We would have noticed.
Very good.
How does that work? Like we just like showed up a place and then we're like, oh, that's closing soon. We should probably go back, and then went back. Was that?
Not
What was the
suppose.
goal of that? Was that just you cheating, getting over places fast?
No. That's just... Sort of shrugs. There are gates like that. Those two are not the only ones.
Right.
It's weird seeing you in a normal body.
It's
So there's-
weird seeing you from a normal body.
That's not body shaming each
Touche.
other.
It's weird that you talk about normal bodies.
Oh, so you
Yes.
have like many, like 6 eyes, I think.
Forgive
She nods.
Jack. This is Nodshakes,
I used
Old
to have a
friend of
different
ours.
body, sort of.
I kind
She-
of put that together.
She's kind of a cloud beast.
She nods.
Right.
I've missed this.
I think we all have to a degree.
Yeah.
Long story short, she's a very powerful magical person.
Cool.
Try
Nice to
again.
meet you.
It's nice to
Yep.
meet you too, Jack.
Cool. So
You claimed my pet as your own. I remember that.
Oh, you
I
tried
just
getting in
like
the way.
think we all just slowly look at Matthias with like an eyebrow
Yeah.
raised, just like, the fuck?
She did?
You weren't
Well, then
using
with the
it.
necklace on. I was about to, because it was the evening, and you know, it's my house.
You guys did get out of the way. Like,
Yeah, that was weird. I was honestly afraid you'd reappear there while I was sleeping.
Oh no.
that would have been a sight.
Where
Both reappear
did where
in the
did
same
you
place.
reappear?
Well, in Vorniter, of course. That's where I met
Fair
Larkin.
enough. Fair enough.
So what you doing here? Watching us, which is kind of creepy, but
Oh, we came to deliver a present, actually.
A president? From what?
Okay.
She takes out the small white book. It appears to be a leather-bound book with leather that is.
Blood has come to meet us.
It is as white, if not whiter, than her skin, which is an interesting appearance.
impressive.
The pages themselves, from the edges, you can see they appear to be perfectly white, and
Fanta White.
yeah, kinda, if that were a thing. And
Yeah.
she hands it to you, Mathias. I believe you
Um,
need this. You lost
What
the black
is
one.
this? Well,
Well, it's a book, dear.
losing's one way of putting it. I'll open it up.
It has. You open up the book. It has to Mathias written on the handwritten on the first page. You flip a page. It's got some spells in it by the look of it.
Hold on. Not shakes, is this a spell book?
Yes.
Isn't that worth like a shit ton of money?
Probably.
Well, yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna look at them and then they're gonna give me this necklace thing.
Matthias is just flipping through them.
You did pay him for the necklace,
Oh
didn't you?
shit.
No, you would kind of just took it and then ran off.
Yeah,
You're
you
very
owe him for
proud
the
of
necklace.
yourself. Oh, I don't think I owe him shit, mate.
I told him to
It's
pay
on
him.
you.
Actually, I think I told him Mathias would pay him.
That's much better. I can handle that.
So
Matthias is completely zoned out flipping through this book.
did you steal the book?
Does Matthias have to pay for it though?
No.
Oh,
Did you use some magic thingamajiggy to get
Not
it out of the
shakes.
book?
Oh no, I
Thanks,
just
I...
wrote the book.
Oh,
It seemed appropriate.
okay
you
then.
wrote the
But-
book.
A Larkin here doesn't write very well.
That's
I
rude to
can't
say.
believe
He
I'm
holds
looking
up
at...
he holds up a big dwarven hand, which, despite only being about 4.5 feet, he has big hands because he's a dwarf and they're kind of just big and stocky. They've got big fingers.
Yeah,
Not
it's rude to
shakes.
say that about dwarves. That's not very nice, not shakes.
He just kind of gives you a confused look.
Oh, it's true though, isn't it?
No. Is it? He looks over at Notchakes. What?
So,
No.
why are you here? I think that's a pretty good question that none of us have asked so far because we're just so stupefied as to see you again.
We did.
we
We
got
did
it.
again.
Matthias has a new book.
Yeah, mostly that. And introduce
Yeah.
Larkin.
Thanks.
Why?
Hi.
Hi. Hi, but why?
Oh, because it needs doing.
Who is... what do you do, Mr. Larkin?
He sort of looks over at you and then, what do you mean by that?
Profession, occupation, hobbies. Do you paint in your spare time? Like anything like that?
You practice ventriloquy.
Only
How's
if you
your
include
opera
painting
scene?
with blood.
Do you make?
Oh, so you're one of
guns?
those.
He pulls out, like, you see him unsheathes from his back, like this huge dwarven battle axe that has inscriptions all down the side of it, this intricate carving all over it. It's a sort of, it appears to be steel mostly, with sort of gold inlay on the sort of the back side of it, and a very nicely wrapped red leather handle, and pulls out a warhammer in the other hand, which is similarly functional but also decorative, with a matching handle. Sort of slams it both
Definitely
into
one
the
of
ground.
those.
Yeah, hit things mostly. Honestly, these are just for show. And he sheathes them again.
Mm-hmm. I'm just confused. So, what are we doing?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
Nodshake said I was coming out here. So now
And
I'm
you just
here.
came along.
Well, she's pretty forceful when she wants to be.
Don't we bloody know it?
don't. But okay, not shake.
Yes?
Why? Why did you need to come here? And
Oh, well,
Get
I needed to
introduced.
deliver a gift, and it felt appropriate to introduce Larkin to you.
why?
Next thing we know, said gift is actually owed to one of us in the party. This time I think it's your turn, Pandal.
Well, you never know.
Oh, because Larkin's travelling with you back to Khoria.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, that's the person we invited. Oh wait, no, we didn't.
Please tell me all of us, three of us, just like pause and look at the dude.
Yeah, Jack is just looking and trying to understand the situation, and
he's
he
like the
doesn't get
unwanted-
anywhere with it. He's
like the
massively
unwanted
confused.
child.
Yeah, no, Larkin looks equally confusedly at Nodshakes. What?
It's like the
I
unwanted
mean-
child the parent drops off.
Okay, is this where you use mind magic to make someone give you what you want again, Notchix? Because if so,
I would never do that.
you did it to the Dragonborn dude.
Yeah, we're still pretty certain you magicked him.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
just
you.
spoke with him.
Okay.
Yes, and then he proceeded to give you the necklace without asking for any form of payment.
Oh, he wanted payment. Just not from me.
Yeah, but he
Cool.
gave it to you.
Mathias, that's how he got your soul. Makes so much sense.
Wakili, in the back of your head, you hear Nodshake's voice and you do know I can use telepathy.
Oh, that's comforting, I say out loud.
It wasn't magic.
Still, why did you say that someone else would pay for it when it's for you with that person not being there? That's not very nice.
She sort of pauses for a moment and then, yeah, but I really wanted it, so it's fine.
Oh my god, Yargon, this is literally you as an NPC, isn't it?
It's really
really.
not.
It
It
I'm
really
kind of offended by
is.
this.
I mean, I guess that's a decent attitude, but
Not quite.
I mean, that might lead to a lot of problems and not unwanted friendships ended. That tends
mind
to
her
be
that
a-
Nodshakes is a cloud beast. I don't think she has to deal with this kind of like debt collectors.
No.
But then she put the debt on us. Or Mathias.
Yeah, watch
And
the
I'm away
fireworks.
from my home.
Oh, don't worry.
No,
they've
you
already-
don't think they repossessed it, do you?
Oh, they didn't repossess your home, but they have already collected the debt.
Joy!
So they definitely took your soul, is what
Do
you're
you
saying.
know in what form?
Oh, they took your cat.
Wait, what?
I don't think that was his, actually.
Well, they thought it was his.
Well, they have
Wait,
it now,
so
I
they took
suppose.
his cat-
Ransom.
Took
Oh,
the
for
Neko.
sake, I say, just putting my hand to my face. Not shakes, that wasn't a cat.
Yes, it was.
No, it was a person who shapeshifted into a cat. When
There
she's
was no time-
scared, she changes into a cat.
Yes, that's why they took her. She was worth money.
Cats.
Oh my god!
They murder. Cats murder people, Wakili. We've seen the posters. Don't trust them. It was a mind game. The cat was playing with you. Don't believe it. They've gone to jail. It's safe.
That's a different cat.
Oh
I was
my
really hoping
God.
it was the same cat.
Why?
No, that's a different cat.
Is that cat still around?
I just like look over at the
yeah.
rest of the group and say, when I saw you in the bar with her, I thought to myself, oh hey, this is interesting. Why don't I go and see what's going on? I never realized what sort of fucking situation it would get me into.
You don't have your cat stolen, so it's fine.
So did I.
It's a bit of a start, I'll give you that.
It could
But
be worse,
you asked
know?
for that. You literally asked for that.
Not shakes.
Yes,
Thank you for this book.
most welcome.
I
Thank you
don't
for
know
the
how to
necklace.
repay you. You're welcome.
She sort of grins at you, Wakili.
I don't like that, I say, just like backing up.
That's rude.
I don't
Um,
know what's going on anymore. I just want to find my master, get back to Khoria, so that way maybe I can have a sense of what's going on.
Oh, your master isn't on Khoria.
What?
How do you know?
Oh, well, I saw her leave.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Right, it's a
Oh,
fucking
for
guy.
fuck's sake! Did I miss her because of the teleportation pool? I
No.
swear to God, if this is another game where my character got tricked into teleporting somewhere only to end up missing a very important NPC to him, I am
I
going
would
to be
never do that to you because you were so angry
fucking-
last time.
I wasn't angry. I was
Yes,
just
you were.
so.
I wasn't
was-
angry, I was just disappointed.
Same.
Anyway,
Which one do you think I'm talking about?
Which time?
The Feywilds.
Feywilds.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
that-
was
oh, yeah.
angry, but when I
That's-
found out what
that's-
fully happened, I was just so sad too.
True. That's a story for a different time, though. So
Yeah. Oh my
Back on
God, that
TV
was the
story.
most
I'll just say,
emotionally
we need
distressing thing I've ever done
Dwarf-
in D&D. Fucking
Feywild.
hell. Fuck the Feywilds. Never go there.
drugs,
And if your friends fall
Feywild,
into
3
it,
weeks
just
late to
fuck
saving.
them. They're not your friends anymore. They're just people stuck in the Feywild.
Sounds like a bad hangover.
Quick
Yeah, it was
synopsis:
fun.
drugs, Feywild, 3 weeks late to saving the entirety of Mac's backstory. That's all you need to know. We're moving on.
Yep.
It didn't save it! They were all murdered!
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
weeks too
Yeah,
late.
because you were
I
fucking
mean-
late, cunt.
It was resolved, I guess, as I
Same
heard.
difference.
Anyway,
Anyway, let's continue.
Anyway.
This game.
Hmm.
It was a good time.
No, it wasn't.
Oh my god, move on!
moving on.
Jack is heavily confused by all of this information that he doesn't have anything. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the teleportation. Your master left a month ago, Wakili.
Say that again? I didn't hear you.
Your master left a month ago. It wasn't related to the teleportation that you missed, huh?
But she said she was coming back.
I don't know. Probably. Do you think she'll come back?
Look over at Wakili.
Keely just puts his hands on his face and just says, okay, I'm done with today. I'm going to go sit in a corner. You all come and let me know when we're done. And I just walk away from the group.
How's you gonna find a corner here?
There's standard trees.
There's a
They're kinda
tree.
close
I
to-
imagine there's trees and
There's a-
stumps and whatnot.
a small group of trees that you're quite close to.
It's in the corner of the great troop.
They appear to be quite old, big trees as well. So, lots of
It
corners.
seems to be the most sensible thing to do at this moment.
Going to Khoria or just leaving this conversation be?
Yeah, leaving this conversation be.
We can do that in like 1 second. Nod shakes.
Yes.
Other than the burden you've just laid upon us and Mathias' book, I'm sure he's very happy about.
I am.
You don't happen to either A, know some either ways to get into the plane of light, B, some light dragons, or C, someone who makes a lot of string but never cuts it.
I know all
What?
of those things.
Like addresses, like
No.
sending stones I can use. Anything?
You will find them in time. When you need them.
That's very vague and entirely unhelpful to my cause, but thank you anyway.
She puts a hand on your shoulder and just... remember to call when you fall from the top of the mountain.
What?
Sure.
Cryptic AF. Or maybe it's very literal. We don't know.
Yep, nope. Tree sounds like a good time. And I'm gonna go to the tree.
Yeah, as you say that, I begin walking over there. She sort of looks over and, I agree, and begins walking off in that direction as well.
No, I don't walk the other direction.
Seeing her come in the direction, Wakili just nopes and walks even further away.
Yep.
As she goes, she grabs Larkin by the shoulder and just sort of yanks him along. And oh, no, all right, calm down, lass. As you're all... Now,
I just look over at the others.
I believe you wanted
Hey.
to get to Khoria?
Yeah, Khoria's that way.
Good.
Well, we're going to the Kitsune Temple first. You know where we first met you?
Oh, perfect. She puts a hand on the tree
When
and
did...
sort of focuses for a minute, and you see this glow beginning to emanate from underneath the hand. And then, with the sort of the crackling sound of the arcane magic, you see the bark on the tree begin to fold inwards. And you see it sort of folding inwards into a tunnel about 5 feet wide and about 5 feet tall.
Larkin,
Through the other
That's
side of the tunnel, you see a river of some description, familiar looking to some of you.
Is that...
Larkin is shoved through the tunnel.
Wait, not shakes. Does that
Through you
like,
go.
go the... You have to teach
Yep,
me that.
in we go.
Oh,
Let's go. Corey?
She
Khoria?
appears to be definitely
I'm very-
focusing.
Yeah, I'm hurrying up in through.
Oh,
Yeah, following.
Okay, like,
I'll make sure Sauriv comes along as well.
I just
Yeah.
like grit my teeth and say yeah, and just step through.
you don't have to.
Yeah, Mom.
Crit my beak.
So,
Jack is just standing there, really confused, doesn't know what's happening or doesn't know.
Wakili will just grab Jack like by the arm and just say, "Come on, just don't question," and just
By the
step through
scruff.
it.
it's like, isn't it? Jack,
Uh,
you are pushed through the portal if you don't go willingly.
Yeah, he doesn't know where we're going or
Yeah.
why we're going.
You are. She
Pushed
sort of
through.
will attempt to push you through.
He isn't very strong, so she does it easily.
Yeah, she's pretty strong, I think. Yes, relatively. And then you look back just in time to see the sort of the bark of a now different tree on the other side begin to sort of reform back into the way it actually is. Nod shakes, not following you. You look around.
Oh.
This is a familiar looking
Goodbye,
beach.
not shakes.
She nods as you say that.
So where are we?
Better teach me that.
That's quick travel. I should learn that to do that.
Khoria,
That's
like,
pretty
was
amazing.
just south of here. It would have moved on by now.
So
Probably,
why we're not? Why didn't you just teleport us to Korea?
Because
Oh.
this is our destination.
Akane has a spooky hole only she can go through. It's a long story. I'll explain the nod shake thing on the way.
Uh-huh.
You're pretty
Yeah.
close. As you look over, you can actually see it through the trees.
I'll
Oh,
explain
look,
it
there
very
it is.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I think now's probably a good time to take our break.
Mhm.
Sure thing.
Okay.
So, we will take our break here. We'll come back to it in a little while, which will be in the other part. So the link to the place is in the description. Catch you then.